Good morning or good afternoon, whichever it is. Geometry notes for today. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's get the geometry stuff done. We're not doing IXL anymore. We're going to do some geometry. Okay, so let's get started. Step number one, go get a notes packet. Maybe your sub already handed you the notes packet. It's a big packet. Make sure it has all the pages when you get it. Feel free to pause this video. Just go get the packet. Go get it. Go on. You got it? You do have a packet now, don't you? No? Looks like this. Geometry Unit 6 quadrilaterals. Go get one. It's on my back desk. On that little desk right by the wall, by that lamp. Go on. Go grab a packet. All right. Pause the video till you have it. All right. I'm going to assume you've got it now. Step number 2. We're going to take some notes. You ready to take some notes? All right. Here we go. First part of the notes. Page 2. Page 2. If you can't find it, just open it up. You'll see this right there. The sum, you guys remember what sum means? It means when you add something together. The sum is the answer when you add something together. The sum of the interior angle measures of an insided convex polygon. Insided means just any number of sides, right? Any number of sides. Could be 5, could be 20, could be 100-sided. Convex means all the angles are pointing out, right? All the angles are pointing out. You don't have any angles that would be pointing in like this, right? This could be a polygon, but notice we got a weird angle here. So convex, all the angles are pointing out. Any side of convex polygon, the sum of the interior angle, so if you just added up all those angles on the inside, added up all those degree measurements, the answer would always be the number of sides minus 2 times 180. Okay, every single time. There's a really interesting reason why that is, but that's not important for today. It has to do with triangles. Okay, so number of sides minus 2 times 180. Let's do an example. Convex polygon has 13 sides. 13 sides. Find the sum of the measures. So if I had a 13-sided polygon, all you have to do, number of sides minus 2 times 180. Right? Number of sides minus 2 times 180. 13 minus 2, 11. 11 times 180. Yeah, I forgot to grab my calculator. Let me grab my calculator here. All right. Calculator, 13 minus 2. 11 times 180. All right, so 13 minus 2 is 11. 11 times 180 is 1,980. That was a good year. But this is talking about the degrees. If I added up all the angles inside of a 13-sided object, it would add up to 1,980 degrees. Okay, now let's try this one. The measure of an interior angle of a regular polygon is 120. So now we have an extra word in here, regular. Regular means all sides and all angles are equal or congruent, you could use. The measure of an interior angle of a regular polygon is 120. Find the number of sides. Okay, so here's how you're going to do this. There's several of these. You're going to do these all exactly the same way. It's really not as difficult as it seems. What you're going to do is you're going to say, okay, so I've got this formula for the number of sides minus 2 times 180. Okay, so since all the angles are inside and one of them is 120, the sum would actually be 120 times the number of sides. Okay, now if you go, Mr. Harmless, that didn't make any sense at all. That's okay. All you have to do every single time is do this n minus 2 times 180. If you get a question like this, measure of an interior angle of a regular polygon of just one, right? And interior angle of a regular polygon is 120. And when it's find the number of sides, you're going to take that degree measurement times n equals n minus 2 times 180. Okay? Now you're going to do your favorite thing, algebra, right? Do some algebra. So I'm going to start by distributing this 180. Nice thing is all these problems look identical. So we're going to get 120n equals 180 times n is 180n. 180 times this negative 2 is negative 360. I am then going to subtract 180n from both sides. Bring my equal sign down. Over here we get negative 60n equals, that's gone, negative 360. And then we're going to divide both sides by negative 60. Okay? And so we end up with n equals negative 360 divided by negative 60 is what, guys? Can you do that in your heads? Can you? Can you? You can't, can you? Okay, that's okay. It's 6. Okay. All right. Questions so far? Yeah? No? I don't know. I can't see you. This is a video, you silly. All right, let's go to the next page. This is some problems that the kind of problems that you're going to have to do. So let's do a couple of these on our, or I'm sorry, a couple of these together. It says find the sum of the measures of the interior angles of each convex polygon. So some of these, now if you don't know what the word is, just look it up. You got your Chromebooks, look it up. Decagon is a 10-sided object. So if I was going to do this problem, I'd do 10 minus 2 times 180. 10 minus 2 is 8. 8 times 180. Grab my calculator. I'm not going to try to do that in my head. I think it is 1440. Let me grab my calculator. 8 times 180. 1440. Okay, so all these, that's how you're going to do it. This really, I don't need to do a bunch of examples. You're just going to take the number of sides minus 2 times 180 on all those. It says find the sum of the measures of the interior angles. Okay. Here's the other type that we just showed you a minute ago. Number of sides. Find the number of sides. So like, for example, this first one here, 150. N equals n minus 2 times 180. Okay. Distribute our 180. So you get 150. N equals 180 n minus 360. Subtract 180 n from both sides. Subtract 180 n from both sides, and I get, let's see, negative 30 n equals negative 360. And divide both sides by negative 30. And I get, let's see, 3 goes into 36, I think 12 times. Okay. So that's how many sides that has. So that's how you can do all of those. Okay, so all these one way, all these another way. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. Now, every once in a while you're going to get a problem like this. Okay, now, 2 parts to this one. First part is, well, how many angles does it have here? We got 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 angles. So if I wanted to know what all 5 of these angles added up to be, I would do 5 minus 2 times 180. 3 times 180, which would be, what is that going to be? 3 times 180, 480. Is that right? Do I have that up right? I can't do math in my head today. I'm sorry. 3 times 180. This is sickness. 540. Wow, I was off. 540. Okay. All right, so all these together is going to equal 540. So here's how you're going to do this. You ready for this? You're going to hate this. I know you are, but that's okay. All you're going to do this problem is you're going to take all these angles and add them up. So I'm going to start with the 4x plus the 5. Add to it the next one, 5x minus 5. Next one, 6x plus 10. Next one, 4x plus 10. Next one is 7x. Now remember, if I add all these up, I just said the sum of it is 540. Okay? All right, so now let's combine our like terms. We got a 4x and a 5x makes 9x. 9 plus another 6 is 15x plus this 4, 19x plus the 7 would be 26x, I think. And then we're going to add these here. Plus 5, that's just 0, okay. Plus 10, plus another 10, so it'd be plus 20. So I combined my like terms. Subtract 20 from both sides. We get 26x equals 520. I think that comes out evenly. 520 divided by 26 is, yeah, 20. So in this one, it just says find the value of x. So x equals 20. Okay? All right. Now let's take a look at the next part of our notes. Polygon exterior angle something. That was interior, now we're exterior. The sum of the exterior angle measures of an inside convex polygon. One angle at each side is 360. It won't change. It's always 360 degrees. Doesn't matter how many sides. It could have 1,000 sides. You added up all those angles, it would add up to 360. One of the reasons for that is because when we're talking about the exterior angles, we'll think about a triangle, right? I'm talking about the exterior. We're doing one at each side, right? These three angles are pretty big, 360 degrees. But the more sides you have, right? Think about that for a second. The more sides you have, the smaller each one gets, right? And they get smaller in just such a way that if I were to add them up, that would still only add up to 360 degrees, which is pretty cool. Okay? Which, by the way, there's a really interesting connection, because what if you had like a 360-sided object? Each angle would be 1 degree, right? And the more sides you get, the closer it starts to look to a circle. And what's a circle degree measurement? 360 degrees. Okay. All right, so example 1, find the sum of the measures of the exterior angles, one at each vertex of a convex 27-gon. Doesn't even matter how many sides it has. What's the answer? 360. See how easy that is? I knew you'd like this part. Okay, find the measure of each. Since it's regular, they're all the same. Okay, well, I know that all these angles are going to add up to 360 degrees. So what I can do is here, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 of them. So if I just do 360 divided by 6, that's going to give me the measure of each one, which is going to be 60 degrees. Okay. All right. So a couple practice problems. Find the sum of the measure of the exterior angles of each convex polygon. Okay. Decagon, tens, it doesn't matter again, right? 360, 360, 360. See how easy that is? So the sum, always 360. Measure of each exterior angle. Well, now you're just going to do the 360 divided by how many sides, right? So 360 divided by 12, 360 divided by 40. That's all you're going to do on each of those, okay? So piece of cake, all these are very simple. The only thing that might be difficult is figuring out how many sides it has. So just Google it. You go, what's a heptagon? Just look it up, Google it, right? Dodecagon, that's 12-sided. In fact, I think it's funny. We got a 12-gon, 12-gon, and this is technically a 12-gon. So just go ahead and Google the names, right? If you don't know what it is, and do the number of sides divided by 360. All right, so we are now done with notes, right? Done with notes. So step 3, we're done with the notes. So do your homework. The homework is 6-1, practice number 1 on pages 3 and 4. Okay? So I think you can do this. You can do it, can't you? Well, if you're having trouble, I may put a video in Google Classroom of me working out that homework assignment for you. Okay? So if you want to follow along with me, that would be fine. I will try to make another video just for that. Okay? Hopefully your day goes well. Please do a good job. Talk to you later.